Hi, we're going to present why do relationships change or end.
Equity theory, or the perception of equality, is what determines whether a relationship will be maintained.
Social exchange theory argues that relationships are maintained through cost benefit analysis. In other words, the cost of the relationships must not outweigh the benefits.
Patterns of accommodation, the processes of responding to a partner's negative behavior.
In interpersonal relationships, a fatal attraction is when the very qualities that draw us to someone eventually contribute to a relational breakup.
Social penetration theory, which argues that close relationships are formed by gradual process of self-disclosure.
Self-disclosure is a process of communication by which one person reveals information about himself or herself to one another.
Ambert suggested that the triangular theory of love with three components that many psychologists believe are important in close relationships: intimacy, that feeling close, connected, and bonded; passion, the romance and the physical and sexual attraction; and the commitment, which is the desire to maintain the relationships spite of the cost and the adversaries.
Result et al. Have shown that the process of responding to a partner's negative behavior is integral to the maintenance of relationships. Constructive accommodations include discussing problems openly and honestly, waiting for the situation to improve naturally, and forgiving each other. Destructive accommodations include silent treatment, recounting lists, and physical avoidance.
Happy relationships attributions tend to be positively biased towards the partner. That is, positive behavior are seen as dispositional, and negative behavior are seen as situational.
It seems that communicating attributions for negative events or behavior could determine whether a relationship will end.
Badbury and Fitron 1990 did a meta-analysis on research studies on the attribution married couple made on each other's behavior. They found that poor material quality in a couple predicted dispositional behavior to negative situations were also more likely to behave negatively towards their husband.
Collin and Miller, 1994, found that people who disclose intimate information are themselves are more alike than people who don't.
Deborah Tannen 1990 found that women are more likely than men to respond to someone's negative feelings with understanding and acceptance, to reassure that it's alright to feel bad, perhaps sharing an account of a time when they had similar feelings. Men are more likely to women to take the initial disclosure as a complaint about a problem and to offer helpful advice on solving it. This leads to misunderstandings.
The way we communicate our feelings may be framed in such a manner to make it difficult for a partner to respond in a way that will alleviate conflict. An example of this is when we blame our partner for something rather than expressing our feelings.